up, everybody? It's your favorite set finisher's favorite nerd, and today we are looking at our final toy Stunticon. We've looked at them all, so I figured we might as well look at this one too, and I know we're a little off-center here. Let me see if I can't fix that. But this is the X-Transbots G1 toy deco. I've got them all. I got a little separate display. We'll take a look at it here shortly, but I am anxious to kind of get that shelf finished. But in order to do so, we need to start with accessories. Here is the gun, and it folds up. And it's painted with that metallic silver or gray silver color that's gorgeous, and it's the exact same as the first release. And he can hold it by pegging the peg into the palm of his hand, typical Masterpiece style. However, it is a bit of a bear to get it wedged in there, and it's not the easiest fit in the world, but once you got it, it ain't going anywhere. The gun can also be stored in the back of the vehicle. There's a little slot for it. All right, and we'll go ahead and take a look at the figure. So the head sculpt is beautiful, and the lips are a little muted out, but I think it might almost be a purposeful choice to kind of, you know, it's kind of reminiscent or indicative of the G1 toy because it wasn't really like a clean sculpt either. The sculpt of the head is great. Metallic red paint on the lens rather, and then the red and glossy black paint looks fantastic. It's a hinge swivel for articulation. You get up all the way to there, a good bit down, and the swivel, so no issues. The shoulders are a little wonky because they're on ball pegs. Mine is actually a little loose on this one. This one's fine. The ball peg is connected to a hinge, so it acts like a universal. Oh, that's unfortunate. And you get a little bit of a swivel there as well. Almost acts like a butterfly, but not quite. But you do get this little hinge up, down, and around. I'm going to go ahead and look at this one since that one's irritating me. The red, once again, looks beautiful here. The G1 deco on the arm looks spot on. We have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbow that gets you the full range, wrist swivel with tons of deco paint and tampo paint and all the same. It looks fantastic, as they all have. Same for the other side, except it's loose. Then we have a waist swivel. You got to get the backpack up a little bit to get it, but I think that's okay. And you get a 90-degree ab crunch. You have all this deco here on the chest as well. It looks beautiful. Hip skirts, they get up and out of the way to expose universals. The joints themselves are painted as well. They're soft ratcheted out to the side for the full Van Damme. They're soft ratcheted. Oh, this one's hard ratcheted, so that's a little inconsistent. Forward and back for the full Monty. Thigh swivel. We have a knee that gets you a little shy of 90 degrees, but I think it's all right. Nice new sculpt work there in the thigh. We'll close these up. Once again, complete paint finish. Looks fantastic. And then we have this on the shins. Looks good. Ankles. We get a ankle tilt down and ankle tilt up. Heel spur and rocker. So yeah, I mean, the original one was pretty good, and this one's no exception. Pretty good. There he is from the back. Size comparison wise, and I know it's dark, but you know, this is this little kind of Stunticon shelf I have, and it's just pretty cool. You know, as much as I love these characters, it's a, you know, this isn't in my main display. It's just in the Nerd Rage room, but it's like, it's pretty satisfying. It's the best way I can say to describe it. Like, you know, I get the characters, I get the alt modes. They're a different representation than what's in the other room. It works for me. All right, let's get him transformed. First thing you want to do is rotate the biceps inward so that his the gray pieces are facing towards you. Untab the backpack, and then you got to untab these doors, which is a little peg there that goes into the back of the shoulder and can cause you a bit of grief because the tolerance is a little wonky on it. Not crazy, though. Rotate out your side mirror and your window on both sides. Good grief. I make that look easy, huh? And then rotate the head back so that it tabs into there. and then get the arms rotated. You can leave them a bit out to the side. It'll help with getting the hood on. But these armatures that the arms are connected to, you want to start bringing them up and then collapsing your fists so that they sit together. But you can leave them a little bit cracked open here. And I think we're ready to move on. Then we have the backpack. So unfurl the hood. Bring this piece out from the center. And you want to bring this up and around and sort of encapsulate these front pieces here. Get them tabbed in the best you can. And then start bringing in... Oh, you know what? We missed a piece. Flip these out. Now, bring these around. Get those tabbed in best you can. It's a little tricky. And get these tabbed in to the fenders there. And on this side. And then the last thing you want to do is kind of collapse the tires towards it and peg them into the fender as well. I'll get all this sorted. Just, you don't have to waste too much time with it, but that's the general process. All right, rotate the waist 180. And we'll start working on the legs. And we're going to fold up the heel into the toe. We're going to try to refresh my memory. Open this up here. Flip up this windshield there. Your rear bumper as well. You don't need to put that in place yet. Spin it 180. That comes back around the front end of the vehicle. And then as you fold up the knee into the rear of the vehicle, you can close this around it to form the back bumper. Make sure that you have these panels here locked on to the side of the fender as well. I'll help you. All right, so let's do that for the other leg. Collapse the foot. You want to spin this piece open up these two pieces here that are next to the tire, flip up this last piece of the windshield there, and then this piece spins out, so to speak, around and back down, so that this entire section can spin 180, come back around, collapse onto the leg. You'll then use those two side notches to lock that in place, and then spin that around to meet up and encapsulate the thigh the same as this one. And of course, close your rear bumper as well. And then your last step is to connect your legs together. Kind of angle your feet down to help it go inside of here. And then just try to get all this together. And if you recall, it's a pretty tight fit. But I've got this side pretty well done. And I'll work on this other side. I'll get them cleaned up. We'll take a look at them. So there it is in vehicle mode, and I'll be honest with you, I'm shooting this first because just in case it breaks throughout the transformation and stuff. It looks good. I mean, that metallic silver that they use, that gray, is just spot on. It's just gorgeous. And then the little gold accents, the blinker accents, the front grille, the red translucent, which is fine. Signals, brake lights, exhaust all painted, wheels all painted, rubber tires. Yeah, I mean, no complaints on my end. I'll show them. There is a subtle difference between the two. The base color is the same, but there's something just a little different. There's almost like this checkered pattern. It's like a dot matrix pattern on the hood of this one that's not on this one. Just one of those little things I noticed. But very, very, very good looking car nonetheless, but perhaps not as good as Tiger Track's, and there's a size comparison. Final thoughts wise, we'll start with the negatives, and they are mainly just a few fold. My shoulder is loose. Individual results are going to vary there, but mine is loose. That's a bummer. There's also some kind of tolerance and clearance issues. A good example is getting the gun to fit in the palm of the hand properly. Another one is getting the pegs into the back of the shoulders and then getting them unpegged. It just isn't the most enjoyable experience in the world. Also, I could have used a little bit more of an ankle rocker. I'm not sure if I gigged them for that on the first go round, but I feel like I could have used it now. Same for the knees, to be fair. And then, of course, there's a couple of unlocking challenges, specifically going from car to robot, that could put stress on some translucent plastics as we've seen in the past. And that's pretty much all I got. Positives wise, it's painted beautifully, it's sculpted beautifully, the materials feel good, it has die-cast parts, translucent parts, it has glossy paints, metallic paints, 90% of the articulation is cooked in there. The deco is so reminiscent of the old toy, and it has even the little nuances like the changes in the hood. I think they actually have a surprising amount of love and care invested into this deco of these guys, and as someone that's supported them and chose to buy them, I couldn't be happier overall with my set. It allows me the chance to have another set of masterpiece-ish scaled Stunticons, but with a different twist on it, so it's just not the same thing over and over again, since everybody's going for kind of the same aesthetic, which I do appreciate. So if you're into the toy look or love the Stunticons and want an excuse to have another set, this is a good one to get. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.